Hello all, in this video we are going to learn about Industrial Internet of Things. So to learn Industrial Internet of Things we have to know the definition and the working principle of a transducer. Usually a transducer will be having a sensor in it, a processor, and then the processor will be connected to the actuator. This part transducer is nothing but the sensor along with the processor and the actuator. Actuator can be a motor, it can be a stepper motor, it can be a servo motor, DC motor or the AC motor. And this sensor is nothing but the transducer's input. Actuator is nothing but the transducer's output. The complete part which involves sensors, processor and actuators are called as the transducer. The input signal will be given to the transducer and the output signal will be coming out of the transducer. So the actual definition for it is it converts a signal from one physical form to another physical form. So this physical form can be either in the form of thermal, in the form of electrical signals, mechanical signals, magnetic signals, chemical signals, and also optical signals. This transducer is nothing but a energy converter. Examples for transducers can be a microphone, which converts sound signal to electrical signal. It can be a speaker, which converts the electrical signal to sound signal. It can be an antenna also, which converts electromagnetic energy into electricity. And strain gauge, which converts the strain signal to electrical signal. So this is the main definition of a transducer. In Industrial Internet of Things, we will be learning about the sensors and the transducers. The definition for sensor would be the characteristic of any device or material which detects the presence of a particular physical quantity. Say, for example, it can be a fire detection, it can be a temperature detection, it can be a soil moisture detection, uh, it can be smoke detection, it can be a um, any kind of uh, change in the environment is nothing but the physical quantity which will be sensed by the sensor. These types of sensors or the devices can always be used in the robotics. Output of sensor is nothing but a signal which is converted to human readable form. So the sensor will sense the signal and it will indicate a light. When the light is glown, then it means that the smoke is detected or the light is detected or the temperature is high, like that. So that is the output of the sensor. Sensors usually perform some function of input by sensing or feeling the physical changes in the characteristics of a system in response to a stimuli. Stimuli is nothing but the environment. It is a physical parameter or stimuli. As I told already, it is nothing but the temperature sensing or light sensing or human sensing. It can be human sensing. So nowadays in shopping malls and all, when we enter, the doors open automatically, which is nothing but we have a sensor, human detecting sensor, because of which the doors gets opened automatically. So gas detection is also one sensor. Pressure detection is also one sensor. Sound detection is a sensor, and the output can be a glow of a LED response to the stimuli. So this is nothing but sensor. So these are the components, sensors. Temperature and humidity sensor, which we say it as DH22. Gas sensor, it can be a LPG gas detection, CH4 detection, or carbon monoxide detection. These all the three comes under gas detection only. So these three comes under gas detection sensor. Ultrasonic sensor is nothing but the human detection sensor, uh, where it's like not exactly the human detection, where the path detection. When we design a line following robot, we will be using this ultrasonic sensor. It will be having one transmitter and one receiver. The black colored signals will be sending the ultrasonic signals. Those signals will be received by the receiver in the sensor, and based on that reception of the signal, the robot will move in a path. Line following robot. Line following robot will always be using ultrasonic sensors. CMOS camera. Cameras also comes under sensors only. PIR sensor is a passive infrared sensor. As I told already, it is nothing but the human detection sensor. Rain detector sensor. And fire detection sensor. Fire detection sensor is nothing but the thermistor. We will be continuing in the series of videos. See you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Radhika.